Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So few days back I had done a video on unboxing and review for this Noise Fit Active smartwatch. I had also discussed regarding all the sensors and all the features. So today I will be doing the accuracy test for heart rate as well as SpO2, and I have also checked the pedometer reading, so all the details I will be sharing in this video. And I have also have some points regarding this stress measurement. So for this test I have used AFK oximeter. So it is written as AFK fingertip pulse oximeter. So without wasting much time, we'll start with the testing. Let us start with the heart rate monitoring. So the watch has that continuous heart rate monitoring option. So it has shown us the reading of 98, and oximeter is also showing us some value. So currently if you see, oximeter and watch has the same value of 91 beats per minute. This is trial 2 for heart rate monitoring. You can see the readings in both smartwatch as well as the oximeter. So you can see oximeter and smartwatch is giving almost the same readings, and I feel it is pretty much accurate in terms of heart rate measurement. Now coming to blood oxygen monitoring. So I have on it in my watch, and you can see currently in the oximeter it is showing has 98%. So let us wait for the reading from the watch now. So as you can see, watch has given you the reading of 99 and it is 99 in the oximeter. So I feel this is quite accurate. Now coming to the second trial of blood oxygen monitoring. So I have on it again in my watch, and let us wait for the final reading of both oximeter as well as the smartwatch. It is taking some time, but let's see what is the final value. Okay, in the oximeter it is 98 and in smartwatch it is 99. It is quite accurate. So this is trial 3 for blood oxygen monitoring. So we'll wait for the final values put from smartwatch as well as the pulse oximeter. Again, both values are same. As you can see in this video, sometimes the blood oxygen monitoring will be giving you some unrealistic values. So as you can see, it is showing 89, 90, and it is gradually increasing. It is 93, 94, 95, 96, so 97, 98. So after some time again it goes on decreasing. So I wanted to show you, I think this is some issue with the software, I guess. So it can be rectified via software update, but still right now it is showing such a reading. So I wanted to clarify this. These are some snaps which I had taken to show you guys. So coming to the pedometer reading, so I have checked it out. So what I did was I wore this watch and I counted 200 steps manually. I'll share you the details regarding that also. So when I checked out, it is giving me a pretty good accuracy. Like I had walked around 200 steps and it was showing me around 99 steps. So it is, in terms of pedometer reading, they have done a very good job. So coming next, we have sleep monitoring. So basically I have checked it. So it is showing me the duration of 5 hours 34 minutes sleep duration, and then you have a deep sleep of 1 hour 4 minutes and light sleep of 4 hours 25 minutes. So it is also showing me the awake number of awakes, or the time duration for the awakes, and fall asleep time as well as get up time. So what I saw was fall asleep time was not that accurate. Like it was taking 1 hour daily. Like I slept at around 2:40, but it was taking that has around 3:58, as you can see, and the get up time was good. So I think there is a slight improvement required in terms of sleep monitoring, but it is good compared to the price point. And to be precise, I wanted to discuss regarding the stress monitoring, though it is also continuous they are saying, but still I am getting that notification alert of high stress. So that was there from starting, but still I didn't get any update regarding that, and it is showing me all the alerts periodically, like every 30 minutes I am getting that notification. I will just share you the details regarding that also. Currently, if you see in the market, so you have another watch that is Firebolt 360. So it is also coming in the same round dial, and coincidence is that it was launched on the same date, that is 21st of May, and the pricing is also same, and in terms of features it is quite similar. So I have made a specs overview of that watch. You can just check out on my channel, so you can choose which is better for you. So as you have seen, the watch gives pretty much accurate result in terms of heart rate measurement as well as SpO2, but still the SpO2 needs some optimization. I think there is a bug out there, so it needs some optimization, and I think it can be rectified by software update. So I am checking all the features still. So I think once I go through all the features and detail regarding that, soon I will be coming back with a detailed review for this watch. Till then, please stay tuned to my channel, and if you like my videos, please do share, like and subscribe my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thank you. We'll see you in my next video.